What is up, everyone? This is Gundam Legacy Extreme, here today to review on the Robot Damashii RX-78-2 Gundam. This is my second Robot Damashii I've ever owned. I would have owned two others. I already have one. This is my second. I would have had two more, but the two I wanted at the time were really expensive. I couldn't find a Shinkiro anywhere. When I finally found one on eBay, the person wanted like $50 the Shinkiro. I was like, oh, that's fine. That sounds reasonable for what Shinkiro comes with. And then I looked at his shipping, and it was $2,000. I was like, what? No. Then I was looking for the Gawain. The Gawain was also pretty expensive. I think it was like $100 with like $20 shipping or something. It is if I'm correct, I believe the Gawain is the biggest Robot Damashii out there. I think it's probably about almost the full size of the Nobel Gundam's box. I think it stops like right here. So that's pretty tall. But the Gawain was a big nightmare anyway. But anyway, this isn't about Code Geass. This is about Gundam. So, let me get the box back because it fell. This has the Gundam Seal of Approval. Was made by Bandai, and unfortunately Tamashii Nations doesn't like giving us the price. I got it for 45 bucks, even though the asking price was 55. And yes, this gold sticker says this is the first wave version. Bringing in the figure itself, and wait a second. Why are you here? No, get out of here. You already had your own review. There we go. That is much better. Yeah, this figure is just amazing. It is really nice, although yes, it does have some flaws that I will be talking about soon. But before I get to the flaws, let's get to the good stuff. The paint apps are perfect. This is, as far as I can tell, anime accurate. You got the normal blue, orangey, yellow, red. And yes, it even has the green fists. I don't know why RX-78 has green fists. I've always wondered why, but whatever. It has metallic red paint for the forehead and the back of the head colors. Its eyes are gold. It has gunmetal colored Vulcans with yellow painted in the barrel areas. And its vents on the sides of the head and on its faceplate are properly painted. And it even has some panel lining in the collar. This is nice. Now, the major flub of this thing, its head joint. As you can see, the neck doesn't want to stay all that well. I think it's because of how it's designed to stay in, as you can clearly see. I don't know why they went with that idea. It wasn't a smart idea, because this thing likes to pop off very often, and then I have to rip the head off. I think also the other problem that I had at the beginning was the neck joint was on backwards, I think. But once I rotated it around, it fixed the problem just slightly. I still have the problem. Anyway, moving on to articulation. The head, oh yes, excuse me if I'm going very slow with the head. I'm trying to not mess up that neck joint. The head can look up about that far, can go down about that far, go forwards and backwards, shimmy to the sides, and I popped the whole joint off. Anyway, I had to do that because I can tell that this was starting to shift. There we go. And it can rotate, but I'm not going to do it. Arms will rotate 360, go out about that far before you pull it off the ball joint. We'll go out about that far. It will rotate at the bicep, bend at the elbow at two joints. He can perfectly touch his shoulder. It will rotate at the forearm. I don't know why. Rotate at the wrist, wiggle, and once I reposition that joint, the arms can go up and down. But if you rotate the joint, you can go forwards and backwards also, or in any direction you really want it to. The waist, it can go back about that far because, as you can see, it's got a joint right there, so it can also go forwards. side to side on the ball joint at the hip and at the ball joint at the chest. And it can rotate about that much. So pretty nice, I have to say. The skirt armor. The back skirts, the front skirts, and yes, even the side skirts are all on ball joints. So you can get the legs to go forwards about that far, back about that far, out about that far. It can rotate at the thigh, bend at the knee at 2 joints. The foot can go forwards and backwards, side to side, completely. The foot can rotate, the toe can go down, and the toe can go up. So this thing can do flat-footed splits. But really, who would want it to do that? That's just stupid. But yeah, this kit has amazing articulation. This has to be probably, again, the best kit I have in my collection to date. I mean, not kit, figure. This goes to show how much gunpla I've been building lately. But yeah, this figure is just amazing in all retrospects. Now, on to the accessories. First and foremost, as you can see... Oh yeah, I forgot about the vents. The vents don't move at all. They're stationary, which kind of sucks, in my opinion. But anyway, as you can see, on his back, he has his 2 beam sabers, which each come with their own clear pink beam. Now, I have no clue if this would work actually with Gunpla, so let me just grab one of my beginnings Gundams beams. Yeah. So if your Gundam, if you have a 1-to-144 scale Gundam and you need extra beams and you don't have RX-78 using his beam sabers, fear not, because you have some beams to use. I don't know how many others it would work with. It works with beginnings Gundam though the colors are off. Continuing on with the beam sabers, you also come with one oversized beam saber handle that comes with a slashing effect beam. And yes, this can be removed and put into a normal beam saber handle if you want it to look, if you want the handle to look natural, because for a second there I thought something broke. Because if you look, yeah, that's a little overkill. And just as you probably have guessed, the regular beams fit in there. Comparisons being, so yeah, this is basically for when he's doing a downward chop, sideward chop, if you want to have like an out of there effect look. And then the last accessory that, even though it doesn't work with the beam saber handles, it uses the beam saber handles in the show. The Gundam Javelin. Again, a little overkill in my opinion, size-wise. It is very pointy. Each of these are sharp, so watch it. These things hurt. Trust me. Now, onto his other accessories. The usual stuff. He comes with the RX-78 beam rifle, gold scope, pretty nice, and it comes with the Super Napalm. The missiles are colored in metallic red, and it goes on just like so. But that's not all. As you see all these little square pegs, square holes on him. You can put the Super Napalms in those holes. So now your RX-78 has missile launchers on its arms. Or, if you wanted to go Zaku style, it has missile launchers on its legs. Or if you want it just to be there for like reloading, you have missile launchers on the upper portions of his hips for firing, or like I said, for reloading purposes, missile launchers just stationed there, or for when he's flying forward, missile launchers on his back. You can do anything you want with this, and I like that. Restoring the super napalm back on there. The beam rifle also has a hardpoint mount, so if you want it, you can have it stored on his arm, so he can fire the beam rifle on his arm. You could store it on the hip for storage purposes, store it on the back for storage purposes, or if you want to just get comical, have it on his thigh and say he has thigh-mounted guns. That takes shooting at the knee to a whole new level. You also get the typical RX-78 shield. Fits on the arm like so. Looks nice, very nice. And it has 2 more hardpoint mounts. So you can store, in theory, the beam rifle. Well, not in theory. Just like with the version Katoki, you could store the. Oh no, not just like the version Katoki. Just like the 2.0, you could store the beam rifle in the shield. And if you wanted him to, you could have him fire the beam rifle from the shield. Come on, get in the arm and stay. So now he has a shield gun. I say that's pretty cool. And lastly, well, not lastly, he comes with the Hyper Bazooka. Stores on there, up here, right here, so we can have a hip-mounted bazooka to fire. If you figure out a way to do it, you could probably get it to store vertically, or you could have, again, shooting at the knee. Now, lastly, he comes with this. This is a clip, so you can mount it on him, but it's the Gundam hammer. I'm not taking it out of this because it's a pain in the butt to get back in here, but this clip allows you to just store it on him. So once again, the butt, the hip on 2 ways, the arms, the thighs, whatever you want. But that's not all. This also comes with this. Now this is a attachment for the Gundam hammer. You just have to pull this out, and then you can stick it into this hole right here. And now you have an overkill spike mace. Or you could say it's like a throwing mine. He swings, he throws the chain, flies, and it pops off, and it goes flying in space. So now you have a detachable space mine. Whatever you want it to be, really. Also, the Gundam hammer, if you don't want the anchor hand, you can pull this off and give it a normal designed handle. But I prefer the anchor handle because it stays more secure in the hand. Oh yeah, and in case you're wondering, yes, the chain is made of real metal, just like the 30th anniversary. But that's not all. This is the first wave edition, meaning you get another shield, another bazooka, and another beam rifle with another super napalm. Oh yeah, I also forgot. You also get this. What is this? With this, take the original clip out of the shield, plug this one in, and now the shield can go onto the back. And also you can store beam sabers in the shield, if I didn't mention that. But with this, pretty much, you can store all of the RX-78's accessories on him. Like so. as you can see, when you rotate this, the bazooka has another hard point. So you have two ways to store the bazookas on him, because you can do this, and then you put it on the butt. Oh yeah, also, this beam saber will not get stored on him. You can't do it. And there goes his head. Crud. Once you get the head back on, you just have this left, and this. We'll go on to the thigh for now. And there you have it. The RX-78 fully loaded, armed for battle. The only... Yeah, it's a little back heavy because of the two bazookas. But the only accessories that cannot get stored on him are the Gundam Javelin, that you can have him hold it, and the oversized beam saber. Again, you can have him hold it. But other than that, he also comes with a few more things. I'm not done yet. He comes with 2 splayed open hands, 2 closed fist hands, and 2 trigger finger hands. As well as, this is the replacement V-fin. He comes equipped with this hard plastic V-fin, but I switched it out with this soft one because, as you know, I don't really like the hard plastic ones because I don't want to run the risk of breaking them. And, of course, I'm still not done. There's just one last thing I want to do, and that is a quick comparison with my only other RX-78 figure. Well, the only other one that has articulation that's just as nice as this, I should say. And that is the reason why I did that review the other day. Because I will be comparing him now with the Damashii RX-78-3. And I have to say, they look nice together. Unfortunately, though, the Damashii is a lot smaller because this is in scale with 1:144 kits, pretty much. Comparing a comparison real quick. Here it is, next to the. Yeah, I saw that coming. Here's it next to my designer colors 00 Riser. Double O Gundam. And once I can get him to actually stand properly, we just have to redistribute the weight. Yeah. If you want this guy, you can check. There's a couple of sites you can check out. You can go to HLJ.com. You can go to AmiAmi.com. They have. I'm pretty sure. I know for a fact they have those. Well, not AmiAmi.com. I can't really figure. I don't really know how the link works, so I'll put a link down below in the description box. You can go to those sites to find him. You can also go on to the website that at the store I bought him from, imageanime.com. You can check robotsforless.com. And that's, otherwise eBay is your best bet. But that's about it. That's pretty much all I can go over with this guy. This review is was a lot longer than I anticipated it would be, but there was a lot to go over, so forgive me for this long review. I probably will never have another review that's this long until the Perfect Great Strike Freedom. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a nice day, and stay tuned for what probably might be my next review. Peace out, my friends.